Hi, it's Valeska. I work at Arlington's Cooper Street Y and I teach yoga. I'm happy to join you for a 30-minute yoga practice. I'd like you to be aware, of course, no matter what I do, if it doesn't feel right to you or it hurts, please back out or try one of the options that I'll be showing you. We want your yoga practice to help you feel better than when you started. Let's start with a little bit of quiet time to clear the mind, to let you focus on perhaps your intention for your practice, what it is that you'd like to get out of your 30 minutes. You can be seated on the floor, you can sit in a chair, you can lie down, whatever allows you to be comfortable for a couple minutes. If you're seated, see if you can go for that tall seat, crown of the head is up, legs can be open or folded. Take a tall inhale, and as you exhale, roll the shoulders back. Feel the arms settle on the knees or in the lap. Let the tailbone root down, let the legs soften. If you can breathe in and out through the nose, do so. And if you're comfortable closing the eyes, you can do that or just let your gaze go soft. We're taking our attention internally, an inward focus. Pay attention to what your body is telling you today, never going into pain. Envision that you have some soft light, like moonlight, shining on the top of your head. Let yourself enjoy that soft light, and envision that each time you breathe in, take some of that soft moonlight into the mind. Let it bring a little bit of peace there, and as you exhale, breathe out anything that weighs on the mind or that occupies the thoughts. And then perhaps think about breathing in that light toward the heart. Letting the heart fill with light as you inhale deeply. And as you exhale, breathe out anything that weighs on the heart. Let yourself feel a little freer. And then imagine taking that light, breathing it in all the way down into the belly. And as the belly lifts and expands as with the breath, feel yourself absorb that light and that peace. And as you breathe out, feel yourself relax. Now take that light, imagine sinking it with your breath all the way down to the base of the spine. So the whole torso is filled with that light. And as you breathe out, feel yourself relax. Let the legs settle to the floor. Take a few breaths as if you could take that light all the way from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet. Breathing out anything that still weighs on you or is tight. Envision it leaving the body. A couple more breaths here. And then let the breathing settle. I like to start with a little bit of stretch from the neck. So breathe in tall, and as you exhale, take the chin toward the chest, bring the jaw back slightly, feel a stretch to the back of the neck. As we inhale, roll your left ear to left shoulder, breathe out, slide the shoulders down. Take a round of breath here. And then exhale, roll the center. And inhale the other ear to the other shoulder and breathe out. Feel yourself just relax on the arms and the shoulders. Enjoy that bit of stretch. And roll back to center and inhale. From here, see if you can breathe tall. Envision breathing all the way up and envision you've got this circle right here. See if you can take it to the left. Lift up. Exhale it off to the other side. Coming back up, maybe a bit deeper. Take that left hand to the floor and continue to reach to the left. Inhale up. Take right hand to the floor and reach to the other side. Coming back up. Pretend you've got a big ball in front of you. We're going to open up the arms now, squeeze the shoulder blades together, kind of press the sternum forward. And as we exhale, we've got this big beach ball, or maybe the moon that you've got encompassed right in front of you, so you're spreading between the shoulder blades. Bit of an arch here. Bring yourself into an extension. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, round. So it gets into those muscles along the back and into the shoulders and the arms. Just find that range that works well for you. Let's do one more time. Inhale and exhale. And come back to neutral. Just do a little bit of a dynamic twist. Inhale, turn to the left, exhale. Breathe in, return to center. Exhale the other side. One more time each side. Breathing into center. Turning to the left or look behind you slightly. Breathe back into center. And turn to the right or behind. And come back to center. Relax the arms down. Let's come onto the back. So if you need to adjust anything, to do so. Take your knees up so that they are pointed upwards and your feet are in line with your legs and knees pointing outwards. And maybe you might be able to even touch the back of your heels. We've got a little bit of a lift here to the low back. As you exhale, flatten. We're going to call this a pelvic tilt. So this just tips and tilts the pelvis so that you're getting a stretch that low back. Inhale to release. Exhale to flatten, so it's not a big move. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Now you can continue that, or we can work on a rolling bridge. So a rolling bridge is a little bit of coordination. As I slowly start to lift my pelvis off the floor, I'm going to bring my arms up and over and try to get my hands overhead by about the time I've lifted about as high as I want to go. You might come up to your shoulder blades or maybe a little lower, that's fine. And then slowly bring your spine down as you bring your hands toward the floor and your hips. So you might notice that your muscles in your legs and your hips are working as well. Press the heels in, lift up the hips, try to keep those knees pointed straight, and slow exhale. This is where your focus is important to try to match up the movement. Let's do another 1 or 2 times. Breathing in. And exhaling. And lifting up. And exhale. Take a breath, breathe out, take the knees to the chest, hug them in, maybe rock a bit side to side. And then just take your right foot down and take your left leg up. So we're getting a stretch here to the back of your extended leg, maybe point and flex, get rid of some of the cricks and cracks, make some circles. If it's hard to hold on to your leg here, sometimes having a tie of some kind, or I use sometimes a little band or a strap. You can have that over your foot and just hold on to that. So you don't even have to worry about reaching all the way up to your foot. And then you can just try to relax the shoulder and reach that heel upwards. If you don't have a strap, it's not a big deal. Just hold on to your back of your thigh or your calf. And then option, just open it out to the side as far as you're comfortable going until you feel a little bit of stretch. Bring that leg back up, bend the knee, take the strap off, bring your other knee in, maybe extend the leg, point and flex, or rotate the ankle. Sometimes one ankle talks more than the other. If you have a strap, you can use that, or simply hold on to the back of your leg. The strap is kind of nice because you can then relax your shoulders and arms toward the floor. Just let your hands work. But reach that heel up, bring the toes down, and you'll probably notice the back of your leg. Take a few breaths. So we're not going for 120% here, just till you feel a stretch. And then to take it out to the side, if you've got the strap, hold on. And if you don't have a strap, just hold your leg out, and that can give it some support as well. Bring the leg up, bend the knee, take the legs together, roll to the side, and press your way up, coming towards seated. Take yourself just into a little cross leg. We'll do a couple torso circles. So exhale, roll in one direction. And again, you can come as deep or as shallow as you like. You can also go slower. If there's a particular place that's calling your attention, you can just pause there, see how it feels, and then continue. And at the top of your circle, just exhale, go the other way. Usually try to link the breath with your motion, so exhale as you fold forward, inhale as you rise. And last time. And come back up. If you need to release anything before we stand up, feel free to tap the knees or roll the shoulders. To come up without using our hands, for the most part, is a nice way to practice. If that makes you feel like you're going to fall, please use your hands and do whatever you need to. But if you can get onto your knees and come up and take one foot forward, tuck your back foot under, press into that back foot, see if you can lift your way up. It's a good skill to practice getting up without using your hands. You might want to clear your space if you have a yoga mat. Coming toward the center of your mat or your area, finding your Tadasana. This is mountain pose. It's basically perfect posture pose. Yoga can be a wonderful tool for improving your posture. Let's start from the feet. We have the feet maybe a little bit separated, the toes spread. Think about lifting out of your arches, drawing upwards. Let the shins feel like they are moving toward the knees, the kneecaps moving toward the hips, tailbone slightly tucked under, a bit of firmness to the belly. Roll the shoulders back. Feel like the crown of the head is reaching straight up so that you don't have to move, but I show you that ears are over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over knees, and ankles. So yoga encompasses this perfect posture in just about everything to a certain degree. Let's inhale tall. Reaching. Now we're going to come into something called reed, or some people call it a crescent moon. We're going to shift the hips to the left and reach our body toward the right. This gets us a long stretch. If you have issues with your arms or they don't feel good being this high, you can always bring hand to hip or towards shoulder, so they don't have to be extended like that. Inhale up, press your hips to the right, and then curve toward the left. So we're trying to pull that upper shoulder back. Let's do one more time each side. Press the hips one way and reach the other. Inhale up, and press them the other way. And back up. Exhale the hands down. Moving into what's called a little bit of a moon salute variations. See if you can take your legs apart. So feet pointing forward. Hips, we still have hips under shoulders and shoulders under ears. So we have this perfect posture. We just spread the legs out a bit. Reach tall. Envision you've got this moon right here, long stretch. Exhale. From here, push the hips back, reach your chest forward. So maybe only come halfway down. Envision this moon underneath you. Got it. If you like to go deeper, and it's okay to take your head lower than your heart, you can reach yourself further down. Try to avoid too much rounding of the spine. Relax the arms, lift yourself back up. Going to take your left foot and turn it to the short edge of your mat. See if your heels are lined up, moving toward a warrior two. Bending the left knee over the left ankle. Torso is facing that side of your mat. One arm extended over the other. Warrior two. If you like to add a little something, envision you've got that moon in your hand and you're just lifting it up. And as you lift one hand, the other falls. Maybe you're gazing at that moon in the sky. Coming back to warrior two. Keeping our knee right over that ankle. Again, lift maybe a bit higher if that feels good to you. Returning back to warrior two. And one more time. Maybe your moon has risen in the sky. Inhale and reach. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Find your balance. Shift your weight enough that you can press your heel, turn your foot in. Now we're going to work on shifting right foot. So that's pointing to that edge. Going to bend the right knee over the right ankle, back into warrior two. Our legs are strong. We have weight equal between front and back. Tailbone reaching down, crown of the head up. Maybe follow that reverse warrior. Moon into the sky. Return. Maybe inhale and reach a bit taller. And exhale. One more time. Breathing in. Maybe the moon is high. Maybe not. Coming back to warrior two. Now, shift your weight, turn your foot to the front. Both feet are facing forward. Reach tall. Round motion here. Exhale. Press the hips back. Reach the chest forward. Maybe gather your moon underneath you. Again, we want to feel the chest rising, almost squeezing the shoulder blades together. Lift the tailbone if you want a bit more stretch at the back of the legs. Release the hands. Push the sternum up, coming back tall. Again to the side. Draw your toes to that edge of your mat, bringing the knee in. Try your warrior two. This time we'll shift it toward an extended side angle. I'm going to lightly rest my left hand on my left knee and bring my right arm over. If that's not so good for you, remember, options. Another way to do this is to add a little bit more motion. I'm going to make a big circle here. And I can kind of reach around and make this as big as I like. Still keeping my legs strong and solid in this warrior two version. And after we get to the top of this circle, just pause and go the other way. And you can put as much into this rounding rotation as you like. And then let's just bring that arm up and let it pull us to a warrior two. Shift your weight and turn the foot in. Other foot turns out. Bend the knee over the ankle. So it's about toward the middle of your foot. Relax your shoulders. Come into that extended side angle. I don't want to put a lot of weight on this hand. It's just lightly there. And I'm rolling this shoulder back long, stretched up the side. Should hopefully feel good. Again, option with the circling, reaching down toward the hip and back. And you can even watch the hand. Of course, be aware that when you change your focus, your gaze, it can affect your balance. Let's do one more. And then let's reverse. So nice work into the shoulder. Feet are solid, they are your balance. Feel them root into the floor. Belly is firm, legs are working. Draw up to that warrior two. Turn your foot forward. Reach tall. This is your moon. Exhale, take the hips back. Maybe reach for the moon below. Pull your sternum forward. Exhale, soften. Inhale, draw the chest up. Turning one more time. To the left. Going to come into bent knee. We've gone into our warrior two, our extend side angle. Now this time, try straightening your leg in the front. This is more of a triangle. Option here, reach your arm up. If you like to try moving your neck, exhale. I like to think about looking at the reflection of the moon and that maybe water below me or in a puddle. Inhale. Look at the moon in the sky. Exhale, look down. This surprisingly affects your balance because you're moving your gaze up and down. If this doesn't feel good on the neck, don't worry about it. Finish with the arm up, let it pull you up. Come to center. Again, point to the other side. You could be here in that warrior two if you like that better, or your extended side angle. Or try lengthening this leg, pulling this hip back, okay? Stacking the shoulders. Again, options, like a T pose, or exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. Exhaling. Inhale. Let's do one more time. Exhale. Inhale. Let this hand pull you up. Find your warrior two. Shift your weight back to center. Reach tall with that moon. Exhale, press the hips back. Reach for that moon below you. Reach the chest forward. Then exhale and soften. Inhale, long spine, draw yourself up. Step in. One more time, this crescent shape, or read, press the hips to the side and reach to the opposite. Coming back to center, press, and back to center. Exhale, hands down. Very nice. Let's come towards seated. Ways to come down. You can take a step forward, bend the other leg, reach back, take the knee down, or the other knee, and the other knee, or whatever way gets you safely to the floor. Hands to the floor, draw the legs around. Gonna come into a little bound angle here, or cobbler pose. We can have the feet further out, or bring them in, release them out. I'm trying to avoid pulling on the feet. Just let them rest, roll the shoulders back, and feel like you from the hips are just opening up here. Feeling some stretch. If you would like to reach forward, you can do some of that. People's flexibility here is very different. Some people easily bring their chest to the floor. I just admire that and reach toward my own goal. Take a few breaths. Inhale, release. Take your feet out. Now we're going to see about, you can either cross your legs or take one leg and cross it over the other here. So maybe your left leg is extended and your right knee is over. Take your left arm up, then the elbow, maybe just press it back. That might feel like enough. Or see if you can reach around, either reach for the fingers or use that handy strap, or if you have a braid, you can hold on to that. We're going to try to roll that upper shoulder out, lower shoulder down, take a few breaths. And release. Take right leg out, left leg over. Right arm up. Either help it or bring it around. Take a few breaths. Trying to avoid rounding the spine. Relax the shoulders. Free and easy breathing. And release. Take the legs out. Bring them side to side. And then let's just do a seated final closing meditation. If you like to lie down, you can. Let the tailbone root down, roll the shoulders back. Take a long inhale. And as you exhale, feel yourself relax. Try to breathe out any tension along the back of the neck, between the shoulders, along the spine. Breathing in deeply. The next round, breathe down the front of the body. Feel the face, the chest, the belly, the hip flexors soften. And then envision the legs settling into the floor, breathing out, letting any tension from the thighs, the calves, the shins, hamstrings, all relax. Then take your focus to that space between the eyes. As you breathe in, pretend you're clearing a space, letting that light shine into your mind, chasing out any shadows. And as you exhale, feel your face just soften, maybe a smile, touch the lips or the cheeks. Take a few breaths here, envision wellness into the body. Calm for the mind, a peace for the heart. One more round of breath. Then open the eyes, reach tall. Take a bit of grace, bring it to mind, heart, and body. We close our practice with a phrase that means the light in me honors the light in each of you, which unites us all. The word we say is namaste. Namaste. Stay well. Practice your yoga.